Namaste, angels. This is the weekly love reading for the period of Sunday, the 7th of February through the 13th of February, this Saturday. And you know what I didn't talk about in the general reading? The year of the ox. I forgot. Well, it's Friday. It starts on Friday the 12th, the year of the metal ox. It's very, very earth energy. Now, so much earth energy came up in the general, and I didn't talk about it. I just thought about it just now. Anyway, we're beginning with try again, which really could apply to the relationships. I saw a lot of couples that were like maybe they were not together, broken up couples and stuff, and exes returning, and maybe they had gotten married before, and the ex's marriage is over. It didn't work out, and all kinds of stuff like that came up in the general. Anyway, spend money also, and weekend away, which is likely for those who can get away with doing it, because Valentine's Day falls this weekend. It's next Sunday. So, or yeah, not this weekend, next weekend. It's next Sunday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, combinations of some of those days. Maybe some people will be going away. We also have romantic dinner. There's a 29 here looking me in the face, but the top says party. Could be like a wedding party, an engagement party, birthday party, Valentine's Day party. It's 50-50. We could be going half on something, blind date, what they call that, Dutch. With the cards, I was shuffling these, and I was like, not looking. I was just like, doing it without looking. And then I kept feeling something like stiff that wasn't moving. Was it those cards? Maybe it was this. Maybe it was these. It was one of these decks. And all of these were in there. And I was like, what the hell? I don't know how these two cards got in there, but they're actually two cards that came up in the general, not from this deck, from a different deck, the regular Rider-Waite deck. These two cards came up. As a matter of fact, this was one of the cards I started with. Underneath the Four of Wands, this is the Five of Wands and the Ten of Cups. The two of them together just fell out of from between other cards. It makes no sense. But I think that this could even be a depiction of, like I said, people that had some sort of falling out, making up, and everything's good now. We fixed it. So there's that. Also, I shuffle a lot of cards. These are like the same size. Maybe we'll use these together. I don't think I've ever done that. All right, so this is the Universal Love Oracle. I'm beginning with sorrow and Mary, but like I said, I did see a lot of like breakups and falling out, and again, potential end of somebody's marriage or something, or it's already over and you're moving on or whatever. But also, Mary has a feast day this week on the 11th, which is basically February 11th is like an 11-11 because 2 equals 11, and the year equals 5, so together it's all 9, so that could be about some sort of ending as well. Our Lady of Lords falls on the 11th, so that could be why she's here also, but sorrow. Throw that in there. I'll shuffle a little bit. There's the depiction of Jesus as well. I didn't even use those cards today. I did some client reading, and I did, like I said, the general. I didn't use those hologram cards, though. It's so bizarre. Anyway, we now have an overall energy in this deck of divine guidance. And this full moon up here, there's not a full moon, but there is a new moon in Aquarius this week. So that's something else that happens. Guided to do some meditation. And that's it. So meditation always, for me, potentially linked to manifestation. We could be focusing on something specific that we're trying to draw into our life or out of our life, right? This just fell away. Goals. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. I like that. Otherwise, we were starting with Dragonfly. Have confidence during this time of great joy. This is the month of joy, too. I didn't mention that. On the 13th of the month, on the Hebrew calendar, begins the month of Adar, which is basically the month of joy. It's the month where a lot of positive things happen, like Purim. We may have, I almost said Easter, not Easter. Passover. And you know, it's a lot of celebrations and positive time. But I think that's later, actually, in the year. Passover, but Purim definitely, which is positive because it's about the conquering of Haman, the king, by Esther. Anyway, so Dragonfly, have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connections to spirit. Renewal could be like about reconciliation, renewing a situation. Somebody might be renewing their vows for Valentine's Day or something, or renewing their commitment. Or to another person or to themselves, their promise to themselves, their resolutions. I'm going to be like this in terms of my love life or my life or whatever. Snake also, your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path, but be careful. So like this, watch your step. Pay attention to which way you're going and all that. I went right back to the goals card. And our overall energy is star, which represents the sign of Aquarius. Like I said, there's a new moon in Aquarius. The sun's in Aquarius right now. A few planets are in Aquarius. Mercury's there. I think Venus is there also. So that may be why. Star is also about miracles, dreams coming true, wishes being granted, prayers being answered. So that manifestation coming perhaps from your meditation. Hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. Sounds like joy. All right. Yeah. Okay, let's use these two. And if you need additional clarity, we'll use the regular cards because I have them there too. Divine being or couple, recent past, near future, masculine's higher self, blocks the individual or shared progress. The feminine can do to help herself with whatever that challenge is. What the masculine can do to help himself. What the universe would have each or both do to help themselves and wants to help us with. And the outcome. I'll put it down here this month if we can see that. Can we see that? Yes. Because normally it would be there, but these cards are bigger. Okay. Overall energies, again, divine guidance. Keep that in mind too. Here. And here's the other cards. I laid something out of order, but I'm sure there's a reason for it, why I was directed to. I put the challenge after I put what they can do about the challenge. And, oh, goodness. I almost turned my whole desk over. Like I said, if something's unclear, because I'm using oracle cards and we need another message, I do have tarot cards here that I just shuffled as well that I will use to clarify these. Okay. Divine being or couple. The goddess. Wow. And it's showing up here with the white snow owl. Of course, the owl does represent feminine energy, very spiritual feminine energy, like the goddess. A lot of goddesses resonate with the energy of the owl. This looks to be like the snow owl, which they just rediscovered in Central Park here in New York after like over 100 years. Nobody had seen one, and now there's one there that's been spotted a few times. A couple of people have taken pictures of it. So that could be a reason why it's showing up here. She's here with the moon, which is also very feminine energy. And of course, just the fact that it's going to be a new moon in Aquarius, that water bearer energy. It's all very feminine to me, at least. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. Pay very close attention to your intuition, synchronicities, signs. I get a lot of weird ones that sometimes can be difficult to figure out. But yeah, just try to work yourself through them. And what you're meant to know, at least, should be revealed to you. And the rest will come to you when it's time for that. Recent past. Healing sounds and devil. So last week, I said devil had shown up. It was the love reading. I'm pretty sure it was the love reading. Devil showed up. And I got sort of stuck on, I felt like somebody was having like roots worked on them or something. And that may be why healing sounds were needed. Maybe some sort of chant, prayer over yourself or over someone close to you to rectify some sort of toxicity that was surrounding you. I'm getting that it could even be something like the healing sound, for example, and the devil is like somebody's an alcoholic. This is just one aspect of it, something I'm getting now. And when you go to like AA and it's like, hi, I'm an alcoholic, like that's part of the healing sound. You're healing yourself by acknowledging the issue and committing to like treatment in that regard and support. Even I'm getting like the sound of the gavel. So even like the divorce or the situation that was ending could be that's the healing sound. Obviously, it's not going to be the same for everybody. Not everybody's getting divorced. Not everybody has some sort of addiction. But it's the sound of whatever the sound is in your situation of breaking free of something like this that is restricting you. It could even be a fear of your own. A phobia, a fear, something that's giving you anxiety, and breaking free of whatever is like keeping you stuck in place, prohibiting you from progress and moving forward. That's sound. And sometimes it's like between two people, it's something, like it's an apology, right? It's I'm sorry. It's I forgive you. It's I love you. It could be hello after like all this time, like that toxic energy that was between us, it's broken as soon as we decide to come to each other amicably. So many things coming out with this. Of course, the devil represents the energy of Capricorn. And this card, Healing Sounds, for me is very Piscean, but it doesn't have to be attached to those signs. So that was divine being a couple, recent past, near future. Birth. So this is the new start. Could be after the new moon, or again, it's this week sort of contains the new moon. So it could be like with that. Oh, and lovers. This could actually be somebody having a baby this week. A loving couple having a baby this week, or birthing a new situation between themselves, like new lovers dating, getting married, getting engaged, new commitments. There are two paths ahead. Be true to yourself. But this is like divine too. You see, it's blessed. It's like the Trinity, the dove. Brand new start to something. Masculine's higher self. The golden path. This is that card that always reminds me of the Wizard of Oz. right? We have this, the golden path to me is like the yellow brick road. At the end, do you remember why they were going down the yellow brick road? It was so they could get to the Emerald City, right? And, the Emerald Ray is where we find all the healing that they expected to find in the Emerald City. The courage and, what did the other person want? Well, they weren't really people, right? They were animals and stuff. The brain, and so somebody wanted clarity and intellect and smarts and wisdom, and somebody wanted a heart, right, to love and all that. They wanted healing, and we take a similar path toward the Emerald Ray, which is the ray of healing, as well. And look at these cards. Don't they look so much alike? The colors, the shapes. Flowers. Be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. This could be gifting, the masculine wanting to gift something for Valentine's Day, or just because, maybe actually giving flowers. Or it could be a metaphor. It's like people say, I want to give you your flowers while you're alive. It's like, I want to honor you. I want to respect you. I want to make you feel appreciated, all those things now. So that can be what that is there, or, other reasons why somebody would want to be generous, but it's an energy of, again, healing and restoration of something. It's positive. It's positive, and the cards went together so well. Like I said, to me, they actually even looked like each other. Blocks to individual or shared progress. So far everything looks good, but what are the challenges? What are the blocks? Transmutation. So an individual's probably soul journey through the awakening, and maybe dark night of the soul, something that one or both are going through separately, is what the challenge is, the block is, and why they can't sometimes come together, and what's needed for that. Patience. Slow down, change your attitude, and clear your mind. What the feminine can do to help herself, to deal with her challenges. Maybe look to Ascended Masters, maybe specifically this one. These cards look very similar too. So in this Universal Heart card, there's a bunch of little white dots that are meant to look like stars. And, the meaning is like how each star is relevant. Each star is necessary. Each star is purposeful. And when they come together, right, it's a collective of stars that light up the night sky. We need them all. And that's how, we are. Humanity is. And look at here we have the same blue. We have all the stars here. Mountain. Know that you are protected, right, by divine source and the Ascended Masters and the archangels. We're protected as you face challenges, but you still got to remain cautious. We're still down here, in the physical on our own. We still have free will. We get to make choices, and you got to be cautious about those. What the masculine can do. Celebration. Maybe that's where the flowers come in. Beware. Be careful of who you trust at this time. Everybody is not happy for you when you celebrate, is what I just heard. So be careful of that. Like when you're celebrating that friend that doesn't really have a smile on their face. Did you see during the inauguration, they focused in on Barack and Joe, and Barack he had a look of such pride for his friend, such happiness for his friend. And that's when, there's something genuine. If you're being celebrated, or it's a happy moment for you, and the people who love you are standing around looking miserable, they may not really love you. They may not even like you. Masculine. What the universe wants to help us to do. Do you believe this? Sacred union, flames. It's the phoenix, but did you see the fire attached to the sacred union? It's these flame relationships. Be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis. So again, even where there were breakups, where there was, arguments and discord and stuff, and things just seemed not to have gone right. And that could have been a day, a month, a year, several years, in the making. Still, the message is be prepared to be renewed and be prepared for something like this. And the outcome, can it get better than that? Let's see. Listening. These two cards favor each other too. Thorns. Weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future. See if you can make it through whatever it is here, however it shows up in your life that you have to watch out for, then that's like the blessing is on the other end. The wishes coming true and all that. I think that was incredible, and I didn't need any clarification, but guess what? I'm going to put some. So, like I said, we're starting with, I'm not going to shuffle these again. Normally, I'd shuffle them again in front of you, but since I have these here, I don't want to make a mess. We're starting with the Ace of Swords, which is a card that talks about, like, a new beginning after difficulty. Implementation of your brilliant new idea may get off to a rocky start, but keep going. The challenges will help you to refine your plan and to reshape your goals into something even better. Ace of Swords is known as a card of victory because, again, you made it. Like after a Ten of Swords, which is betrayal, infidelity, toxic situations, addiction, all that kind of stuff, right? On the Rider-Waite deck, it's the guy laying on his face. He's laying face down with 10 knives or swords, daggers in his back. Yeah, he hasn't been treated nicely. And then to still survive and make it and be successful after that is Ace of Swords, So that's what we're starting with. And we'll just do the same thing. Divine Being, a couple, recent past for extra message. Near future. Masculine's higher self. Blocks the individual to share progress. What the feminine can do to help herself. What the masculine can. What the universe wants to help us with. And the outcome. Divine Being, a couple. It's more victory. The Six of Swords. Victory. Good news is on its way. Public recognition or awards. And I just said that in the public here in New York, and probably, I don't know how far the news extended, we just had this white owl. So there could be something, that could be symbolic of something that goes on with you, like someone's name being cleared. Maybe it's like, I never did like that girl or that guy. And then come to find out you were wrong about a person. You're the person, right? Somebody was wrong about you. Something like that could be coming out. Like your name could be cleared or the spotlight could be shown. Maybe that's what the flowers are about as well. Recent past. 10 of Pentacles. So it could be attached to this other earth energy here of the devil. A very happy family life. Financial security and finding magic in little things in life. It could be somebody in your family or families, or the fact that you had a family. Like I said, somebody was married, and I just feel like that ended, like that didn't work out. But that had been, I would imagine, something that had been holding them back. Unable to be together because somebody's married. They're happy. They moved on, but they're not anymore. And again, that's not for everybody, but that is something that came up. Near future. Ace of Swords. Another Ace of Swords. Brilliant new ideas and inspirations. Seeing the truth of a situation. A challenging beginning. So we have an indication that this position in the near future was about a new beginning already with birth. It says a challenging beginning. If it's an actual birth, it could be maybe like a long labor or something, but I think the outcome is positive. Or again, what got us here, what we've been through together was difficult, but now the victory, the new start with the Ace of Swords. Masculine's higher self, 10 of Cups. A contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met, and you have trustworthy relationships. This is a very beautiful card to join the golden path and the flowers. Again, it could be something celebratory and the actual flowers, very literal, or this could be talking about love and emotion, family, loved ones, and love interests, romantic partners. Blocks to individual shared progress. 9 of Wands, the 9 of Fire. So we have the transmutation. This has fire all over it. And it's attached with patience. It's joining patience. And this is telling you to have patience also. Don't give up. It's saying, like, don't let your patience be worn out, or worn thin. Don't give up. Yeah, like, wait, more patience. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. What the feminine can do to help herself with the situation. And we have 5 of Fire. Competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. That is one meaning of the 5 of Wands, and it could exactly be what it means. I mean, the 2 cards that fell out that I showed you from the hologram deck were the 10 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. But the 5 of Wands for me also can be about like a very Martian energy of pursuing one's goals aggressively, like taking action. And that may be what it's attached to here, right? With this mountain, it talks about the fact that you're protected. So even if there is some sort of conflict, you don't have to be, scared or paranoid. You can face the conflict, face the challenges, keep your eyes open, again, remain cautious, but you have the ability to go and face the challenges. So that's what this is. That's what she can do to help herself. What the masculine can do to help himself, joining celebration, is the World. And this says a job well done. So it is celebratory. Joy, contentment, and gratitude in the path toward enlightenment. So it is a 21 or 3. It could have been involving some sort of party of 3, as I suggested. Whether that's because a baby, maybe that's what's being celebrated, or again, a marriage or whatever. So many different possibilities, but something has come to completion. So something is, and it's giving way to a new beginning, whatever it is. And this too has a fire energy for me. The World, it always feels like fire when I pick it up. What the universe would have what the universe would have each or both do and wants to help us with, right? What does the universe want to help us with? It is the Queen of Pentacles, who is thoughtful, caring, creative, and ingenious. You'll be given advice that's both practical and creative, and it should be followed precisely. Focus only upon the positive in every situation or person. That's what the universe wants to help us with. Letting go of all the negativity, letting go of the past, letting go of you did this to me and I did that to you and all of that. And only the positive moving forward, going into the future, which is awesome. It's also a rabbit here with her babies. Rabbits are always pregnant and having babies. So I'm still getting that for somebody too. And we do have the birth cards here, the outcome. And it's another 10 of Cups. So it's also more family and or loved ones, love interests. We do have a couple here with babies running around in the ground. It's time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or a chosen family of close friends. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising happy and balanced children. So 2 other things that we talked about too. I said somebody could be getting married or engaged or having a baby. And this is saying, yes, congratulations may be in order for that also. One more thing I want to do, and that is advice first with these, the soulmate cards. In the end, you tried and you cared. And sometimes that's enough. And that's the only card. So we'll put that there. This is small enough, I think, for me to shuffle, even though these are here. Can't even pick them all up. They're all slippery. The more loving care you give yourself, the more love you have to give others. And the next card is in reverse. So one for the masculine and one for the feminine. I should have done this in the other order because these I was going to read. We're starting with becoming here. The Christ flame. The Christ flame. Oh, I just got chills. Where's the Christ flame? Is it here? Right underneath me? The Five of Wands. The Universal Heart. The Mountain. Oh, was that when I was shuffling that I saw the Universal Heart with the fire? I don't know. But we saw something about Christ and the flame. It was the Phoenix. The Phoenix and... I don't know. But but it's again... I think these should be in this order. Becoming the Christ flame. All right, maybe instead of pulling a card from here to read for each archetype, I should just read these. Let's do that. I opened right to the Christ flame. I needed to open to becoming. That's 34. Becoming. Yes, you are manifesting your divine purpose. Yet, what is happening now is just one of many inspired brushstrokes on the canvas of your life's work. You are the artist who paints with trust, instinctive and spontaneous, with faith in the process unfolding. You're not the painter using numbered squares who has a finished vision even before commencing the task with a map for all steps of the journey. Your lack of plan renders you open and receptive to divine direction. You are capable of being moved by spirit. You are a brave adventurer, like the people going down the Yellow Brick Road. So celebrate what you're creating now and realize that it's a step in your major work of divine art. This life of yours, not to be planned, but to be experienced, stroke after stroke, step after step. You shall witness the picture coming to life. It may not be what you expected, but it will be the most beautiful, extraordinary creation. This oracle brings you comfort that you are blossoming, and each petal unfolding is another step closer to your ultimate divine fulfillment. There is a message here, too, that a relationship or project that you're keen to move forward will bloom, maybe like flowers, in its own unique way. Give it breathing room and be willing to let it become what it seeks to be. Like, we can't force a relationship. I always say this, you guys know. We have to allow it to be organic and naturally just grow when it's time. If it's time. Even without a clear direction or plan, sometimes, even because of that, there is an inner plan that can come to fruition. Take heed, my friend, for time is ticking fast. Illusion grand and hopes this dream will last. Such memories will keep for days to come. A looking glass that only shows what's done. It would be sad to think there's nothing more. A well-worn path reflecting what's in store. God's gift was not that days would be the same. Each dawn first light would sing a fresh refrain. of light and cloud to bathe in earth's surprise, with change afoot to stop would be unwise. A palette rich awaits the artist's brush, creating life at one with God's soft touch. And it's interesting to talk about creating life too. Somebody's definitely having a baby this week. I don't know who. I don't think they're a friend of mine or anything, but somebody that y'all know. The Christ flame, number 31. So that was becoming the one I just read. This is the Christ flame. Within you burns the flame of Christ. Beyond religion, this flame belongs to all hearts willing to receive the divine, opening to it as a lover would open the heart to receive the beloved. Though the awakening of the Christ within brings greater closeness to the divine and therefore greater love and depth of compassion, it too can bring sadness, righteous anger, and a passionate need to contribute positive healing action and change in the world. You may be an introspective soul who does this through mastering their inner worlds with meditation and yoga, raising your own vibration with absolute intent that this bring healing to the world around you. We have that too. It's here. No, it's not there. Oh, there's the one I was looking for before with the phoenix, and this it was the sacred union. We have one with meditation as well. You may be an extroverted soul that thrives in sharing messages and living a life of dynamic action in support of the causes that are worthy and moving to your brave heart, capable of feeling divine outrage and responding with inspired action. You may be a combination of these soul types and choosing wisely what you consume, which companies you support, what television do you or do you not watch, and what you read, voting for the life you want to have around you in the world through your actions, internal and external. This is the Christ flame lighting within you, setting the world aflame with the fire of divine love. This oracle brings guidance that you are connecting with the universal Christ consciousness, and your heart is meant to awaken as a sacred heart, bearing the Christ flame of divine love this lifetime, this incarnation. You are part of the wave of awakening happening on the earth right now. You are exactly where you are meant to be and doing exactly what you're meant to be doing. So keep going. Love is more than words can define. It's a feeling which wells up inside and longs for release. It is a smile which starts in my heart and spreads across my face like a silly grin. It is a knowing so deep in my being that every cell speaks in a language only lovers know. And most of all, it's the beginning, the birth, the possibility, the promise of a tomorrow, the hope that grows into something we can only imagine when our hearts combine and love becomes more. I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's love reading. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. I try to answer all the comments, questions, and things you say. If you subscribe, I hope you do. If you haven't already, please hit both the subscribe button and the bell button so that you'll hopefully receive notifications when I put up a new video. I do appreciate it. I didn't give you the advice. Let's do that first. So for the masculine, release your worries and receive universal abundance. And for the feminine, start reclaiming who you truly are. Namaste.